Oh boy, is it sure bright out today? Must be because of the sun. Climate change, haha.
Woo!
Nice.
Yeah.
Yay.
Woo!
Education.
Yay. Woo!
I'm gonna wear these glasses now because the sun, it's the sun. Don't pay attention to it because it's dark outside, but what? So what is the Paris Agreement? Recognizing the issue of climate change affecting the world at large, in 2016, the UN decided to bring in every nation in agreement to help reduce climate change. Their goal is to keep the global temperature rise below 2 degrees Celsius and to eventually get that number to 1.5 degrees Celsius. The agreement would also provide support to nations to reduce climate change by making appropriate cash flows and developing new technology. So what side wants what? Conservatives, on one hand, are for not staying in this agreement, while liberals are more for staying in the Paris Agreement. And the blame/responsibility is placed on President Trump due to it being his decision to pull out of the Paris Agreement. So is it wrong to pull out? Is the Paris Agreement even worth it to stay in? Let's jump into it, okay? I'm taking these off. It was a dumb joke. Well, why are we pulling out? Well, the agreement is stuck in a rut. According to James Dunpole from Breitbart, he's described as a dead, non-binding treaty walking, which is not really a positive thing. Western countries just don't want to fund poorer or developing nations for the sake of their environment. And big economies like China are definitely not running around using their money for reducing carbon emissions. And to quote Mr. Dunpole again, it is just a scam invented by Euro weenies who want to decide how the world is run. He said that. The regulations put in place would have cost millions of Americans their jobs and undercut the economy. Plus, the jobs that are lost would be sent to countries who don't even have the same pollution control technology that we have been using. And other nations in the EU still haven't made strides in the promises either. Germany has spent $580 billion on renewable subsidies, but their carbon emissions haven't reduced since. Europeans. Alright. So, yeah, probably should pull out. But what are the libs saying? What are the libs saying?
Warning. Warning. Liberal joke incoming.
Alright, guys, so since that liberals are like definitely not cool, I have to wear these really rad sunglasses so I can balance it out, or else I probably will pass out due to lack of style. Because you know the libs, they suck at style. Haha. Okay. So why stay in? Climate change is real, and it's happening. And I'm sweating over it, you know? I'm literally sweating. That might be unrelated, might be just me. Anyways, there are ways to stop climate change. A recent UN report warns of the extinction of millions of species in the coming decades. Continuing our practices now will result in trillions of dollar loss. Climate change will force hundreds of millions of people to migrate. Diseases will spread, starvation and death counts will heighten. That just means that people die, people bye-bye, because planet changes, planet gets hot, planet gets cold. But what does it mean if planet gets hot? We've already seen the terrible effects of climate change firsthand with the California fires, storms in Houston and Puerto Rico, and even droughts that are forcing millions of people to move from a place that used to be known as the Fertile Crescent. Fertile means like that's good land, but no more, guys, come on. Like, it's just climate change, brother or sister. I don't discriminate. Did you know that America is actually one of the leading factors in climate change? Meaning America has had the most carbon emissions out of any country since 1750 by humongous margin. I hope I put the number up here because I want to be factually correct in this report. Why is it still cold? Sometimes, you know, it's May. If climate change needs to be dealt with, it should start with us, the greatest offender, America. So, we have two sides. Either one, pull out because you don't want to be with a bunch of Europeans.
Gross.
Or two, stay in because you want millions of Americans to lose their jobs. So, I mean, the choice is yours. Hang out with foreigners or... forget it. Actually, that was pretty poor comparison on my part. You get what I mean. I'm summarizing. So, it's critical thinking time. Bye. Haha. Please give me a good grade. Oh my god.
Now listen, what?
Subscribe and follow.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hey!